Okay, now we have the first action of the game, which is the diagonal from Sekhukhune, which we can see from this action that from you can check the time here. It's not even like 1 minute into the match, and already you can see the game plan from Sekhukhune, which is to target the Marco's side because he's a very short fullback, and if you check here, in this instance, Pule Modi is backtracking to come and help him. But usually, as the game progresses, you'll see that he'll be isolated in terms of like being marking like two players one time, which is Horobla would come to this side to come and like compete with Marco, which is a mismatch, So we're gonna continue with the play to see. Okay, in this instance, Marco wins the ball, but you'll see. Yeah. So now this is the second action of the game. Another diagonal, and this time again, if you check here, this is the Sekhukhune goal, and here, Marco is thrown inside here to leave the space, and I think a lack of communication between the two left-sided defense, because Aiden McCarthy and Marco are going for the same ball, and this player wins the header, and the fullback is clean through, and he crosses, and then it's a goal. I think a lack of communication was what led to the goal. The fullback, just a simple cross, and then it's a goal. It was just a simple goal. Lack of communication from Kaizer Chiefs. But well done to Sekhukhune, man, for taking the taking like the chances, So here we have a 3-2 build-up structure here from Chiefs, and I like this shape from Kaizer Chiefs, because if you check the positioning of Marco, he's in the half space, and what I don't like about this the way they make the structure is that Modi is dropping deep, and him dropping deep makes it easier for Makhaula to mark him. He should have stayed in this position to create a overload on the left hand side. He should have stayed here so that this defender has two players to mark, but him coming short here, it makes it easy for Makhaula to mark him, and yeah, man, just see the action, So now, when McCarthy has the ball here, if you check now, what I'm looking for as for a centre back is, can you play this progressive pass into this danger zone? Because him playing the ball here is very dangerous, because he could play it here, and then Ox follows the ball, plays one touch, and then Ox is clean through, attacking the defense head on, like centrally, but like McCarthy in this instant chooses not to play the progressive pass, and he chooses to recycle the ball. But the second time around, he plays the progressive pass, which I like, into that danger zone. You'll see in the instance now. Yeah, here you see now, like attacking centrally. This is what they call attacking zone 14. The zone 14. If you attack this space, this is the most dangerous place you can attack, because you're attacking the defense centrally, and you're facing the defense. It's gonna be very difficult for them to defend against a team that attack like centrally. You're gonna see he plays it in, and then here, okay, there was a like Sekhukhune like defense there, but like I liked it. Chiefs really improved this season. Okay, now we're gonna see another action from Chiefs, which is the combination play, an improvement from last season. Look at this one touch play. You can tell that Chiefs like improved, man. Like anyone who's watches Chiefs, and then Lilepo loses the ball, but like anyone who watches Chiefs this year can see the improvement, That's why maybe they're like chasing. So now this is the another action, which is the rest defense. Let me just take it back a bit so that you can see what I mean. You know, you can see what I mean about the rest defense for Chiefs. You know, Sekhukhune clears the ball and then check now. Check here. It's a 2v2, and when you're defending in a rest defense, you always have to have a +1 in defense. You know, when it's a 2v2 like this, it's a very dangerous, because there's no you don't have an advantage as when you're defending. That's what we call a rest defense. Rest defense is when you talk about like defending, like thinking about defending when you're attacking. Yeah, if that makes sense. When you're attacking, how do you position yourself defensively? Like, are you organized in terms of the transition? Because if you look at this action now, you'll see why I'm saying they needed a +1. The rest defense of Chiefs. You can see Ngube here gets the better of Miguel, but then, I mean, they didn't capitalize on it. But like, this is a very dangerous. It's very dangerous for Chiefs. And then we have another action here. Ox Mteto, man, wins the ball and then makes a nice run here. And then Lilepo, man, he should have played it here. You know, should have played the pass to Ox, man, because he was clean through. He was gonna come here and then the defender was gonna maybe come close to him and then he was gonna play Silva in, you know. But Lepo chose, I don't know why he chose to hold on to the ball. He should have played. Look at that run, man, from Mteto. Was unlucky there. And then another structure from Chiefs, like a clear improvement from last season, I'll keep saying. Because if you check like this structure, it's a 3-2 with a double pivot, and then this 5, the attacking structure. And I always say, if you watch my previous videos, like I always like talk about a team that covers the 5 vertical lanes when they are attacking. You see here, Sereno is on the right hand side, Lilepo is in the right hand half space, Silva is central, Modi is tucking in into the left half space, and then Marco is the one providing the width. Obviously he's off screen, but he's the one providing the width. This structure, when you have 5 players in these zones, you overwhelm the defense. You know, you overwhelm the defense, because now you check the positioning of Lilepo. This center back will have to come to Lilepo, and then when he closes down Lilepo, there's space in behind to play the ball. So there's no need for you to the center back to play Lilepo. You can just play a longer pass into the area, and then this player Silva can run onto the ball. Even Sereno can run onto the ball. So man, Chiefs really improved from last season. They're very organized. You know, I think they know what they're doing more this season. You know, check what I mean. You see, this is a center back, and for the center back to be here, it means the defense is being stretched. You know what I mean? The defense is being stretched, because look at this space here, and they exploit the space. You know what I mean? Check that, and it's a goal. You see, the movement, like stretching the defense, like you disorganize the defense by your movement. You know, so man, Kaizer Chiefs really improved, man. I like how they play this season. You know, really improved. Again, it's another 3-2 shape, and I feel like Chiefs like this 3-2 shape, and Frosler is the one who becomes the third center back, and they leave Marco to be the more attacking fullback. And if you check again, Sereno, they run into the half space. This half space is very dangerous, very, very dangerous. And you're gonna see Frosler. He's gonna play Sereno. Very dangerous, and a chance will be created here. It's just that maybe the cross wasn't the best, or maybe they defended. But those chances, if you continue playing that way, playing direct, playing vertically, you bound to like create a lot of chances. And if you watch Kaizer Chiefs matches, they create a lot of chances, you know. And I think this is one of the reasons, because they play more vertical than last season, you know, and they're more organized. So we have another play here, and like I said, the game plan for Sekhukhune was playing those long balls, you know. They didn't really care about building up from the back. You just play a long ball into Grobler, because they know Grobler is very good in the air and he's a dominant force, you know, and play to your player's strength, you know. There's no use of a team busy building up from the back when you don't have those type of players. And the type of players that Sekhukhune has, you can see that playing a long ball suits them, because you're gonna see now. Look, Grobler wins the ball and they're able to attack. But okay, here they choose to recycle the ball, because they didn't like open up the space to create the chance, but they choose to recycle the ball, and then the keeper has the ball again. It's like clockwork. They play another long ball just to bypass the Kaizer Chiefs press, you know. Again, they win the ball, but you know, Chiefs defend. But you can tell that they know what they're doing in terms of like playing those long balls, you know. So again, another one here. You see here, it's a mismatch here, because almost all the players are taller than Marco, and they deliberately playing the ball towards him, you know, those high balls, and then it's a flick on. Look, they only win those ball against Marco. Here, okay, here was a bad. They didn't capitalize on them winning the ball, but you can see that this was their game plan, is to play the long ball, win the second ball, and then attack from there. But you know, I mean, it's Sekhukhune. They have a game plan, you know, and it's nice to see teams having game plans, you know. So yeah, this is the equalizer for. I mean, the second goal for Sekhukhune, and it's a mistake from Lilebo, man. You know, try to play the pass, but Grobler, oh, what a goal! Yeah, man, against the run of play as well, you know. Well done to Grobler, man. He's a top striker, is Grobler. And then another one, they play another long ball. Look at that. So this is the third goal for Sekhukhune, you know. And this goal, what I don't like about this goal is Spacey Ndlovu, who in my opinion had a good game, you know, but the lapse of concentration here is what makes this goal, because Munari is a midfielder and he runs off him, you know. He doesn't keep up with Munari here. He just ball watching, and I mean, it's his mistake at the end of the day, you know, that cost them the dead goal, you know. And it's another one of those long passes, and then Grobler like flicks it in, and then a midfielder running past, and then a finish from Munari, man, you know. So the game plan worked for Sekhukhune. It worked, and well done to Tinkler, man. You know, I think this is a lesson to all the coaches. You know, not every coach should be playing like tiki taka style of football. You know, sometimes play towards the strength of your players. You know, if you're playing long ball, play the long ball, man. Not everyone has to be Pep Guardiola and build up and all that, man. And yeah, man, this is the final action, and I hope to continue the conversation with you guys on the comment section. You can comment on what you guys saw in the game. You can comment about some of the actions you liked, some of the actions you didn't like. Just continue the conversation in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and yeah, man, we'll see you on the next game. Peace.